A very good afternoon to you. This is TV Sapiencia on Star Times Channel 260. Today is Thursday, the 10th of July, 2025. My name is Joe Igbo. In our news headlines this afternoon, the Anambra State government has urged all eligible citizens to take advantage of the ongoing continuous voter registration exercise announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has uncovered an illegal operation involving the sale of fake chemicals, expired food flavors, unauthorized fertilizers, and repackaged pharmaceutical raw materials in the Alapere area of Ketu, Lagos State. Police authorities in Lagos State have announced restrictions on movement on Saturday, July 12th, for the local government elections in the state. And from our foreign desk, a massive overnight Russian attack has hit Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, killing at least 2 people and injuring 16 others. Now the details of the news. The Anambra State government has urged all eligible citizens to take advantage of the ongoing continuous voter registration exercise announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. The continuous voter registration exercise, which commenced on Tuesday, July 8, and will end on July 17, provides an opportunity for eligible voters to obtain their permanent voter cards or PVCs. A statement issued by the Commissioner for Information, Dr. Law Mefo, noted that the ongoing exercise is particularly important for young people who have recently turned 18 years old and are now eligible to vote. Citizens who have relocated to Anambra from other parts of the country and wish to transfer their voting rights, and individuals who have lost or defaced their voter cards and need to replace them. The statement encouraged everyone who falls within these categories to visit their nearest registration centers and complete the registration process, describing it as a crucial step in ensuring that Nigerian democracy remains vibrant and representative of the will of the people. The Anambra State government has arrested one Chinedu Ume in Awkuzu, Oyi local government area, as well as John Amadi in Onitsha for illegal collection of revenues from unsuspecting petty traders and motorists. Speaking to newsmen after the enforcement exercise, the commander of the task force against illegal revenue collection in the Anambra State Internal Revenue Service, AIRS, Mr. Nathan Obikwelu, regretted that the suspects were terrorizing motorists, wheelbarrow pushers, hawkers, tricycle riders, among others, despite the warning by Governor Chukwuma Soludo against illegal revenue collection. Mr. Obikwelu vowed that the task force will continue to make the state hot for those who are out to sabotage the efforts of the government in ensuring that petty traders are not suffocated through illegal revenue collections. He warned those who still want to engage in the illegal venture to leave the state or risk going to jail, and disclosed that all those arrested in Nnewi recently for the same offense had equally been remanded in the Onitsha Correctional Center. The National Examinations Council, NECO, has released the results of the 2025 Basic Education Certificate Examination, or BECE. This followed the successful conclusion of the 2025 BECE Award Committee meeting held at NECO headquarters in Minna, Niger State. The meeting was also attended by some secondary school principals from across the country, as well as NECO management. Aziz Sani, the Acting Director, Information and Public Relations, NECO, in a statement yesterday, noted that 179,201 candidates registered for 13 subjects in the examination, which commenced on May 12th and successfully ended on May 23rd. Dr. Folake Olatunji David, Director of Basic Education, Federal Ministry of Education, who was the chairman of the award committee meeting, expressed satisfaction with the processes leading to the successful release of the results. She also approved July 23rd and July 24th for the 2025 BECE receipt for mathematics and English studies. The BECE is a mandatory examination for students completing their junior secondary school education and seeking to progress to senior secondary school. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has uncovered an illegal operation involving the sale of fake chemicals, expired food flavors, unauthorized fertilizers, and repackaged pharmaceutical raw materials in the Alepere area of Ketu, Lagos State. The agency, in a statement, disclosed that the operation led to the arrest of several suspects and the sealing of 3 warehouses filled with dangerous substances. NAFDAC Director of Investigation and Enforcement, Mr. Martins Iluomade, told journalists that the raid followed credible intelligence about a criminal network engaged in large-scale food and chemical counterfeiting. Iluomade said the offense was the sale and repackaging of expired chemicals, some of which were dangerously redirected for use in food and drug production. Police authorities in Lagos State have announced restrictions on movement on Saturday, July 12, for the local government elections in the state. In a statement, the command said the total restriction of vehicle movement throughout Lagos State will be from 3 a.m. on Saturday, 12 July 2025 to 3 p.m. on the same Saturday, 12 July 2025. The statement said the restriction of vehicular movement will apply to all roads and waterways within Lagos State jurisdiction. However, some sets of persons were excluded from the restrictions, especially those on essential services, such as those on medical emergency and other emergency responders and their workers. The duly accredited officials of the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission (LASEC) and accredited election observers and media practitioners on election coverage accredited by the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission or LASEC. The police statement also notes that elaborate security arrangements and comprehensive security measures have been put in place to ensure security, safety, peaceful and orderly conduct of the local government elections scheduled for Saturday, July 12, 2025 in the 20 local government areas and 37 LCDAs of the state. The Federal Capital Territory wing of the Nigeria Union of Teachers (NUT) has suspended the strike embarked upon by primary school teachers in the FCT on March 24, 2025. The union urged all primary school teachers to resume school yesterday, Wednesday, July 9, 2025. This was contained in its communique after a State Wing Executive Council meeting dated 4th July 2025 and made available to newsmen. The union said that the suspension of the strike followed the intervention of the FCT Minister, Mr. Nyesom Wike, who ordered the release of 16 billion naira for the settlement of part of the salaries. The NUT appreciated the teachers for their unwavering support, solidarity and prayers during the 4-month strike period. Gunmen have attacked Oko and Ekwulobia communities in Orumba North and Agota local government areas respectively, killing about 4 persons and injuring many others. The incident occurred around the newly constructed Ekwulobia flyover and the Oko Divisional Police Headquarters nearly 1 month after a similar attack claimed several lives in June 2025. Some viral videos showed the gunmen jubilating and singing on top of the newly constructed Ekwulobia bridge as they shot sporadically into the air while people scampered for safety. It was learned that the hoodlums also opened fire and set ablaze a security van belonging to the Agune Chamber security outfit. The Anambra State Police Public Relations Officer, Mr. Tuchku Ikenga, in a statement confirmed the incident but claimed that the gunmen were repelled by a combined team of security operatives and 2 rifles, an AK-47 and an automatic pump-action gun, as well as 4 vehicles were recovered. The Edo State government has withdrawn the licenses of 2 private schools following the death of a 12-year-old pupil, Nathan Paul Spencer. The government also arrested the head of one of the affected schools. The State Commissioner for Education, Mr. Padi Iyamu, disclosed this during a condolence visit to the parents of the deceased. He said the tragedy occurred during a heavy downpour that caused severe flooding in the area. An investigation revealed that the management of the pupil's school had registered him to write the examination at a different school without informing his parents. Iyamu expressed displeasure over the incident and delivered Governor Beholo's deepest condolences to the family. He added that the Edo State government would ensure that those responsible for the pupil's death are held accountable. Meanwhile, the commissioner hinted that 2 other private schools will be shut down for allegedly collecting illegal levies from over 200 students without government approval. He therefore advised parents to monitor their children closely and not entrust them to people who disguise themselves as school owners. Now this foreign news. A massive overnight Russian attack has hit Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, killing at least 2 people and injuring 16 others. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the attack involved 18 missiles and about 400 drones, primarily targeting the capital. Residents' sleep was interrupted for 3 hours as drones and missiles converged on the capital. Air defenses went into action and explosions reverberated. Footage on social media showed blasts in the night sky. Firefighters attended the scene of a strike on another residential block in Kyiv on Thursday. It followed what Ukraine described as the largest Russian aerial attack on Tuesday night, when 728 drones and 13 cruise missiles struck cities across the country. In the early hours of Thursday morning, Ukraine's police reported that Russia's military has not commented on the reported latest attack. To end the Sapientia TV news at 1 p.m., a recap of the major headlines. The Anambra State government has urged all eligible citizens to take advantage of the ongoing continuous voter registration exercise announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has uncovered an illegal operation involving the sale of fake chemicals, expired food flavors, unauthorized fertilizers, and repackaged pharmaceutical raw materials in the Alapere area of Ketu, Lagos State. Police authorities in Lagos State have announced restrictions on movement on Saturday, July 12, for the local government elections in the state. And from our foreign desk, a massive overnight Russian attack has hit Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, killing at least 2 people and injuring 16 others. That was the Sapientia TV news at 1 p.m. On behalf of the editorial and technical crew, I am Joe Igbo. Good afternoon and thanks for choosing TV Sapientia.